Now while you're watching this video, please remember to like, subscribe to my channel, click the bell icon for notification of future videos, and share this video also. Thank you. Well, hello there, welcome back to my channel, guys. It's so good to have you here once again. Yes, this is the very first time I've ever actually uploaded 2 videos in a day. If you had watched my video uploaded this morning and the previous video before that, then you will understand the reason as to why I am uploading this video now. It is because I'm going behind schedule. This is why I end up having 2 videos in a day. Now, with that being said, earlier as the video began, you would have seen a picture shown on the screen, right? Talking about Ravi's case, and the purpose of this video, right, is to basically give the lessons that we can actually learn from Ravi, right? As you can see, this video is very short, so I'm hoping that you'll actually watch it through to the end and that you will be edified from it and that you'll take something from this video, right? Now, as you would have read, the board, UK board and so forth, that worked with in collaboration with Ravi Zacharias International Ministries, the picture that I showed you basically state that they detached from his ministry, right, and was even considering choosing a new name, right? And now what I want to emphasize about how this board that responded to how they responded to the Ravi issue, there is something I want to bring out from that, right? And what I want to bring out is something that we find in Proverbs chapter 22 verse 1. It says, a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. Ecclesiastes 7 verse 1 says, a good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. Right? Now, what I want to emphasize more is what is actually said in Ecclesiastes 7 verse 1. You notice it said a good name is better than precious ointment, and the last statement says the day of one's death is better than the day of one's birth. And when you look in our society, you know, a person is oftentimes celebrated mostly in their death rather than throughout their time on this earth. They are oftentimes mostly celebrated and praised after their death. And the reason for that is that the works, how they live their life, bears witness to them in death rather than when they are living. Because what happens, you know, is like when you're born, you know, right, after when you die, you are considered to have finished a race, right? So you don't start jump and celebrate for the runner, right, until the runner has actually passed through the finish line. That's the time when you really celebrate the victory, when you have made it through the finish line. So a person in death would be in the minds of many, you have completed your journey on this earth. So what persons want to know now is how you score, whether you received a gold medal, a silver medal, bronze, or none of the above. So this is what the text is actually saying. The day of one's death better than the day of one's birth, right? The day of one's death better than the day of one's birth. Now, where Ravi is concerned, he lost that good name. Sure, he was developing a good name during the time his sojourn on earth, you know. But after his death, because of what occurred, his name is now stained, right? And so no one who wants to be successful in anything that they're doing is basically going to attach their brand to Ravi. They're not going to attach their brand to Ravi, you know, because the image is marred because of what he did. And the lesson that I want to point out in this is to count the costs. Count the costs. The Bible tells us that there is no temptation given among men, right, which is not common to us, right? But God, in his mercy, will not tempt us beyond what we are able to bear. So yes, sometimes a temptation can be overbearing, and trust me, I know all about it. It can really be overbearing. If you remember, if you recall, I did a video talking about my greatest struggle as a Christian. Women, sexual lust, etc. It's not easy, guys, but you have to have a made up mind. Count the cost and ask yourself the question, is it worth it for me to fall into this snare? Is it worth it for me to fall in this snare? I can tell you personally for myself, right, that the thinking of the cost is oftentimes the main thing that helped to deliver me from getting myself into certain things. While I'm struggling, to actually resist, oftentimes I would think about the cost, and that will be enough, right, to get me back in track and to basically cut off the temptation. So this is what we have to do, right? We have to purpose in ourselves. And I'm speaking especially to men, because I don't know, but for the most part, this seems to be something that affects men more so than women. And you want to know why? Men are often celebrated for sexual promiscuity, right? While women, they are oftentimes bashed and their name is most times flinged through the mud, right? So I believe that is due to that, why women more so guard themselves from certain things than men, right? Because there is too much to lose. There's more to lose for a woman than for a man. And I believe that this is one of the reasons why we as men, because of the culture, is like you get some credit for every beautiful woman that you have sex with, right? You get some credit. You're seen as a basically a gallus in Jamaican terminology, or a player, whichever one, or a womanizer. Gallus, womanizer, or player. And when that is attached to men, oftentimes it's like something praiseworthy. So because of this, most of us men, we don't take necessary precautions to protect ourselves. It's not a case where Ravi, yes, it's very evident when you look at it that he had something battling where sex is concerned, but based on what I read, he was careless and he never did enough, I would say, in order to deal with those issues that he had. Right? He never did enough for himself. He left it like that until it built up inside of him and ultimately destroyed him. Right? So the lesson that I want to point out here is that if you're struggling with the issue of sexual lust, don't leave it unchecked. Find someone who you are able to trust, right, and to talk to where these things are concerned. If you feel uncomfortable bringing the matter to your pastor, maybe you can find some other pastor that doesn't know you that well, and you can bring it to them and talk to them, seek some form of help. Build a community of friends, friends that way you can trust and so forth, and talk to them and seek some kind of help, right? Because when left unchecked, this will be the natural result, what you see happen with Ravi. Right, and at the end of the day, I was telling someone today, that this building where I work, it took a while. I can well imagine how long it might have took to build it. But this can be destroyed completely in one day. That may be an exaggeration, or maybe not. All you have to do is just get some bulldozers and so forth and completely wreck the building, and it can be destroyed in just one day. So it probably take a year or maybe more to build it, but it can be destroyed in a day. Whether bulldozer or whatever, or natural disaster, some earthquake, right? Or maybe some tsunami, anything, it can be destroyed in one day. And likewise, a person's reputation, your character, your image can be destroyed in one day. It takes weeks, months, if not years, to build that image and to build a brand, and you can lose all of that in just one day. In just one day, you can lose all of that. So count the cost, brethren, and remember the words of Christ. Right? Remember the word of the apostle. there is no temptation given that is not common. But God is merciful with the temptation to provide a way of escape and to not tempt you more than you can bear. So if you feel those type of feeling, sexual urges and stuff, yes, remember you're not alone. I have to deal with it, and I deal with it every single day. Well, not every single day, but I deal with it for the most part of my Christian sojourn, right? So there are many more like yourself. There are many more. But just remember this, God will not give you more temptation than what you're able to bear. And as long as you keep this in your mind, this text in your mind, trust me, you will find that dealing with this thing will be a lot easier, right? Now I end this video. Thank you again for giving me a listening ear. I do hope that you're edified by it, right? If so, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Tomorrow, I'm going to have another special subject on the issue of sexual urges and sexual lust, right? It will be a lot longer than this one because there are many things I'm going to point out. I guarantee you that you'll be edified, and trust me, I'm going to put some apologetics in it as well. You will enjoy it, definitely, no doubt. Bye bye now.